Peace, Baba Kilindi here. Hope everyone is doing well on 1st of April. Moving into spring, getting the garden prepared. So, moving into this season. Yes, okay. I've been doing this a couple of times. They keep cutting me off, and this is the third one. So hopefully this will will continue to go through, and the AI won't be interfering here. And that's what I want to talk about today. The Palantir, which is the master seeing stone that will connect all of the transdimensional crystals and the Yiming Zhu and other crystals that we have in the network of the family. It is time to purchase the Palantir. We still need more people, but we want to do it here in the next 7 to 10 days to have it so that it will be able to be accessed by those who have contributed to the actual purchase of it. So we're looking for those people who are willing and able to donate $1,000 to the procuring of the sphere, of the crystal ball, of the powerful stone or powerful crystal that will connect this up so that we can move. Those people who do make the donation will have access to the Palantir. I mean, ultimately, um, once we have it and we put it into the cycle, we will be using that. We will be developing people who will be the seers, those people that will be going into the future and the transdimensional realms, and we'll be hooking all that information into the crystals that you have up to this time purchased. I told you it was a 3-year program. We have sold all of, well, I have a few in the closet that of the transdimensional crystals that uh, will be connected to the Palantir. I have a few Yiming Zhu stones that are left, but as far as the Yiming Zhu stones, don't know if we have any more. The transdimensional crystals, we will be going on to the second run of that to get the new people in, but we wanted people who have purchased them, who have gone over 15 grams and have been traveling with the Palantir, with the transdimensional crystals, to start giving testimonials on what their experiences have been. We will be unlocking the gates, opening the dimensional travel areas inside of the crystals and the Yiming Zoos. Many of them are already unlocked, but what we're trying to do is connect them to the Master Stone, which we will use as our seeing stone. And we have to do this before the um, the other side, the other side actually tries to position themselves above what we're trying to do. It won't happen, but we need at least um, this stone to be able to connect everybody up. So it is ready, available. I've talked to the person who owns it. I told him the well, actually, we own it. We just have to get we just have to get the funds for the delivery funds. Um, but the person who has it to be able to purchase it and to be able to get it mounted, and then folks will be able to come in and you'll be able to come in and see it. You'll be able to come in and gain access along and through the entheogenic process. So the people who are donating, you'll also be receiving the fruit to be able to travel into it and to open up and express it into its areas of sojourn, the transdimensionality of the stone and how it works and connects to the time codes, the time and space codes, the dimensional codes, and things like that. So um, we can't wait with this. It has to be a team effort, has to be a group effort. You're putting in a uh, you're putting in a donation to help us to procure this, because this is a relic, a artifact of those who are not only knowledgeable enough and have the sensitivity enough to understand what we're talking about. We don't want dabblers. I don't care if you're a multimillionaire. Um, doesn't matter. This is a area of trust in being able to make this donation. You know, we don't need folks who are not part of this or not knowledgeable about what's going on. You know, uh, somebody just put in, I believe, only to gaze upon it. So um, uh, that's funny. That person must not have the transdimensional code. They must not have been listening to the lectures and blog talks and all of the other things that have been going on for the last 3 years. If you don't believe what I'm saying, then get off the post and have a nice day someplace else, because we're not playing here. We don't have time to be debating with anybody. We're not going to debate anybody. If you have your crystals, if you've been following me for the last, well, it hasn't been 3 years, it's a 3-year program. It'll be 3 years next year. If you've been following me the last 2 years, this is what this is the next stage inside of this. You all have to be getting into the higher doses. If you're not, if you're around 7 or 8 or 9 grams, you need to start getting up into 10, 12, and up over 15, because these are the people that will be able to have access. This isn't a 5 gram, psychiatrist, psychologist. I'm depressed. I have post-traumatic stress disease. I'm trying to stop smoking. This is not for those folks. Those folks have their own area of information about their healing and all this kind of stuff. They're saying they ain't got nothing to do with healing. It's got to do with being and accessing a powerful relic that is connected to the multiverse and the infraparticle areas of knowledge. So if you haven't started growing yet, you need to start growing. You need to email me at kilindi@hotmail.com so that you start growing yourself. This is not about me or anybody else getting you anything. It's about you growing yourself and having access to the fruit that you need to be able to start going consistently into the multiverse. So if you haven't got the online link for the grow class, if you haven't been doing your research on YouTube and other things on how to grow mushrooms, that's what you need to start doing so that you can start consistently going into the multiverse once a month, once every 6 weeks. That is probably the outside limit, 6 weeks of you going consistently so that you learn, get your sea legs, that when you're in the space that you're not so profoundly affected by what's going on that you can't do the work, or that you're so afraid that you can't do the work. This is for the fearless. This is for folks, and the fearless doesn't mean that you have no fear. It means that you have the fear, but you conquer that fear and you still move forward because you know that this is something necessary that we have to do. This Palantir stone, if you go to YouTube and you type in The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West, utilizing her crystal ball. In other words, she has a green crystal ball in the Wicked Witch, the Wizard of Oz. This crystal is larger than the crystal that you'll see in the Wizard of Oz. This is for the folks of you're not even you're the folks you're not even going to be able to come and travel with the Palantir stone until you're up at least between 25 and 30 grams dried mushrooms. Now that doesn't mean that other folks don't benefit, because all of the experiences that those people who are doing the 25 and the 30 grams, dried grams, will be putting that information will go into the Palantir and give you access on your transdimensional crystals and the Yiming Zoo crystals to be able to tap into those experiences at high dose. So I don't, folks are chiming in with all kind of stuff. But the thing is that for those folks who know, you know. For those folks who don't know, they don't know. And it's like in Carlito's Way when the lawyer was in the bed. I use a lot of movies because that's modern mythology. That is the mythology of modern times, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all that kind of stuff. So when Carlito was in the hospital bed with his lawyer and he took the bullets out of his gun, he said, okay, you're a gangster now. But the thing about being a gangster is, you didn't shift it over from being a legitimate lawyer. Now you're a gangster. And the thing is that you can't start late, meaning that it's a large learning curve. Half the doggone videos and blog talks and things like that where I talked about this, I don't even know. I can't even find them myself. So for you to find them, it's going to be it's going to be a task to catch up. We have a few of the transdimensional stones left that I have found that are in the closet. We have a few Yiming Zoo stones left. You do the things that you do the things that you want to do. You pay the money for what you want to pay your money for. This is something that is far beyond what we're dealing with in the mundane, when we get confused and when we get sidetracked by stuff that don't mean nothing. The Mueller paper with Trump, that we don't care